I really wanted to just sit down and talk about my spiritual journey, and I feel like making this video is also contributing to my healing and just my journey in general of just self-awareness and just, you know, understanding who we are as individuals. So I've been having a really rough 3 weeks. So it is currently February 27 and March is right around the corner. Basically my whole February was way more stressful than I thought it was gonna be. I work at Starbucks and I haven't really stressed going into work because a lot of people have been leaving and it's just like not really great management with certain individuals that I work with, and every workplace has its ups and downs, and I understand that when you work it's not always going to be 100% and it's not always going to be a good time. So basically it's really hard to work in the morning because sometimes when the shift itself is not managed really well, it can stress some people out, and sometimes it stresses me out because I really want to put my best when it comes to customer service, and it's really hard to navigate so many people at once during such a busy time when everyone is buying drinks and, you know, just like the day-to-day life of a cafe. It was really hard for me to come into work with a good attitude because I feel also stuck at home with my mindset and where I've been. I watched this video by Lynette Adkins. She is also a spiritual content creator that I really look up to because she's super honest and super raw with her experience, and she made a video called "Am I Depressed or is this another spiritual awakening?" And that video just came to me exactly at the same time when I was feeling like that. I just feel like I was really ready to like continuously post a video every week, but this 1 week just kind of set everything back. I'm kind of like feeling upset that I'm like setting myself back, and I have been sleeping in a lot, I've been laying down a lot, and so in reflection to work and also my content creation, I just have been not succeeding or thriving in any parts of my life. And at the same time, I have been a little stressed with my finances because I am a little behind and I really just want certain numbers to go away. I want my credit card debt to be like completely paid off, but with where I'm working at, the energy that I take into that job and trying to spread that into content creation has just been like a roller coaster and a mess. And in addition, my eczema flared up so bad around my neck. The last time this happened was like sophomore or junior year of college, and I couldn't navigate myself through school because I was just in so much pain, and now having to relive that pain, it's really difficult because some days I feel like I want to blame it for hindering myself from doing what's good for me, but other days like I can't help but stay in my bed and just lay down. So going back to the video that Lynette posted that related to me at the perfect timing of my life, yeah, I've been feeling super similar where I basically went through this thought process where I questioned so many things about my life. Like I started to reminisce on my personality of who I was when I was single, and nothing wrong with being single or being taken. I'm just saying like there are some traits that I had back then that I really loved when I was single, and I'm not saying like I want to go out and like talk to people and like flirt or whatever. I guess like I'm coming from a place of like uniqueness and also authenticity. Okay, so just for example, I just have a really big heart to talk to new people, and I really embraced the part of myself when I was single because I like forced myself to become more confident so I can attract people. And like now that I'm with someone who I love so much and I see a future with, I'm just like thinking, is that a trait that only belonged to me during that season of my life, or is that something I can still hold with me today but still create it in a sense where it doesn't hinder my relationship? It still screams me and it stays true to my values while I'm still with someone. Like can I still be that outgoing person? So I guess thinking through that thought, I feel as if I have a fear that I'm going to come off like flirty and people are going to take it the wrong way. But that fear is hindering me from being my authentic self, which I realize, because if I know that I am loyal and I know that I am never going to cheat, like, I shouldn't even have to worry about what other people will think, because I know I can solidify my relationship with my significant other, and I trust in my ability to communicate. I trust in my relationship with him to be transparent as possible. So I think, like, going back into that fear-based like perspective, I have really learned to break down like certain feelings I've had and trying to reframe them in a way that is more positive. A lot of doubt and worry that I have been feeling, a lot of the lows I've been feeling, is just like the frequency my mind is working at. And the frequency that my mind is working at is like, oh, doubtful and people pleasing and trying to meet people's expectations, when in reality, like, if I'm really happy being myself on camera, being authentic, like, why can't I be like this to other people? And it's interesting because, like, I'm reading The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. This book came to me at the perfect time of my life. I feel like whenever I'm going through something, I have the proper book to help me get through everything, to help me find my epiphanies and revelations. So this book mentions that the mistake that a lot of people and majority of humans will do is to rely on their partner to bring them happiness, and that is the worst mistake ever, because happiness can only be found within you. And so I have been really reflective of who I am as an individual in my relationship, and I value to stay authentic and true to myself, and I'm finding bits and pieces of myself that I want to carry, but I think I kind of put to slumber for a pretty long time, or like when I first started dating, because I know, you know, like, you're adjusting to a person, you're adjusting in this way of life. Yeah, I just value connections and networking, and I have a much more positive outview on life, and my boyfriend just has a much more logical and analytical way of perceiving life, and nothing is wrong with that. It just so happens it's kind of like we're in the mix, we're mixing our paint, we're mixing our black and white paint, our opinions, and now, like, I need to filter through and see which values, thoughts, perspectives, and opinions are actually mine, because as much as I love my significant other, there are some personal morals and values that I still want to align myself with, because I know deep down that makes me happy. So in addition, I also was thinking about how I want to be open with my relationship with Mary J. So I really want to be open with my experience with this plant medicine, because I feel like it truly helps me be my highest self. And I'm not using Mary J to rely on being happy. I feel like when I use it at the right times of the day, I truly feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I feel really aligned with the universe. Like, the room that I have just feels more like breathable, and I feel like the weight of the 3D world like isn't affecting me. But anyways, I have been reframing my thinking, and I think this lesson is really setting me up to prepare for bigger things coming my way. Honestly, talking right now and just sharing how I'm feeling and just like the thoughts I'm having is really helping me get perspective as to why I'm going through this weird depressive state, or like this phase of my life, because I really thought, like, starting January this 2022, I was gonna like be super progressive like up until like the summertime, but I'm kind of like questioning, like, why am I at a weird dip in life right now? But anyways, I wrote down in my journal, rewording my limiting beliefs and thoughts I have. I wrote down, I am not stuck. I am resting and trusting the process. I am in alignment with divine timing. Another thing I wrote down was, I am a responsible cannabis user. I can utilize it for my higher self, and I love myself in that state of mind and when I'm sober. The reason why I wrote that was because I kind of had like this weird negative voice going inside my head saying, like, if you do this too much, then you are a bad person. And there were some times where I have been misusing cannabis to a little bit too much, to the point where I wouldn't be productive, or I wouldn't be doing what I was meant to be doing. But I decided to look at it as, a relationship. Like, me and this plant medicine have been together for a pretty long time. Like, we've been in a pretty committed relationship because I really enjoy it. And I don't rely on it to make me happy, but when it comes my way, I embrace it and I receive it with so much love and so much gratitude, because the effect it has on me just is giving like a +1 to my life. So I just wanted to reinforce that I am not misusing it, that I am an aware person. I'm keeping myself in check to make sure that I am responsible when I consume this. So it makes me feel like when I am in this state of mind, I am not necessarily rewarding myself, but I'm aligning myself to how I feel, and I don't feel any guilt, and it makes me feel like I am so happy and so privileged to like live a life feeling this way, you know. So that's why I wrote that. And also, like, when I consume Mary J, like, she makes me want to talk, she makes me want to film, she makes me want to be creative, and like, I don't see any harm in doing that when I know it's something that I love. And when I film, I get like a sense of ease, and I get a sense of like purpose, that I am exactly who I am, and just like reinforcing like just my journey in general. I'm sorry, but not sorry for the long spiel. But anyways, another thing I wrote down is I am ready to attract people who are on the same frequency as me. I feel as though there are a lot of people in my life who are on the same frequency as me. We have dreams and goals, and every friend that I hold dear to my heart holds strong morals and values, and they're just like individuals who I know who reciprocate our friendship. So I feel as though I want to attract new individuals that can possibly aid me, and I just want to attract individuals who will uplift me creatively and also spiritually, and just find like my group of people. I truly want to be friends with so many people online, and I think it's really beautiful that when you put yourself out online, you're attracting people who are like-minded. And even though you may be from like different countries or different states, like, that calls adventure to your life, like that calls so much like opportunity into your life. And I think that's like the perspective I need to remember whenever I film and whenever I put myself on here. So beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. And then another thing I wrote down in this journal was I was thinking about the things that I feel like I'm not. So of course everybody has their limiting beliefs from when they were younger, or maybe there's something about your work ethic that someone pointed out and you just aren't confident in it anymore. I highly recommend you reevaluate those beliefs and try to reframe it, and like truly believe that if you want to be an organized person, believe you are an organized person. So I wrote things such as, I am an organized person. I have great memory, because I think I don't have good memory, but I just need to hype myself up and tell myself that I have great memory, and everything will follow, you know? So I wrote down, I have great posture. I am constantly present. I am always rewarded and met with surprises. I can always remember that I am in control. I am creative. I am living my dream life. I am always given new opportunities. My income is constantly increasing. My skin is healed and is its strongest it's ever been. So those were just some affirmations I wrote for myself, and I wanted to also add on to the skin part of my story. So I watched this video from this girl named Anita, I believe. She's also a spiritual baddie who like talks about her experiences and manifesting, and she was talking about how she accidentally or slash unintentionally manifested her losing her weight. And she talked about how she got like a bug, or she got like something in her stomach, and she lost a lot of weight. And she lost that weight, but not in just a physical sense, but also an energetic sense. And that video was truly amazing to listen to. Like, I highly recommend you listen to it, because the way she talks is filled with so much love and so much light. I really wanted to like relate my experience with my skin to hers. So I did mention that like my skin is flaring up, right? And I remember starting like a self-body slash self-love journey because of my eczema. I remember I would pray so much when I was younger and be like, God, please take away my eczema, like I don't want it, like it hurts, and it would just cause me so much suffering, and I would be so upset and just so annoyed, and it caused like so much inconsistencies within me internally, and it really took a toll on my esteem and my confidence as an individual when I was in college. And I remember, like, instead of being upset, how about I try to like love my body? How about I try to like see my skin as a warrior, as someone like trying to protect me, trying to heal me, trying to mend me, instead of seeing it as something trying to harm me. Because if you get a cut, what does your body do? It tries to close it up. It tries to heal itself because it knows it's going to be an attack to your body. It's kind of funny because my spiritual journey has actually started with me at a very young age, so it's not like compared to people who have like a huge catalyst that happened in their life. Like, mine was very gradual, and I'm very thankful for that, and I'm still learning so much. So, and since I got this flare up, I was really reevaluating like how I felt in my body. I think my body is going through like a recalibration of some sort. I really do feel like mentally and soulfully I have been like growing, and I think my body needs to catch up. It sounds a little weird, just hear me out, but when I have eczema, like I scratch my skin, and like when you scratch your skin or if you exfoliate, you're just scrubbing the dead skin cells, or you're taking away that top layer of skin. And so I would itch, and I would just imagine myself like, okay, instead of seeing this as such like a bad thing, I'm going to look at it as if I'm a snake and I'm shedding myself. Like, I am helping my body regenerate at a faster pace so I can become anew, so I can heal myself internally, and it's pushing everything, it's trying to purify myself within. So compared to Anita's experience where she said like she was losing the weight energetically, she was talking about her relationship with her food, I feel like I'm also in the same journey of healing my relationship with my body and my skin, and just trying to recalibrate my subconscious mind. The way you see food is how it's going to treat you. If you see it as like a blessing, it's going to give you its purpose and its blessings back to you. But if you see it as something, as like a hassle, or like you don't appreciate it, then it's going to be nothing to you. So I decided that I would look at food in a more healthy light. And just a little note, I am gluten free, or I'm allergic to gluten, but I am changing that belief system. It's taking a while. It's not going to be easy, I know, but like I'm trying to tell myself that, oh, I'm not allergic to gluten, like I can eat this. And say if I get a flare-up, after I eat bread, I'm just gonna tell myself that my skin is just trying to clear itself energetically. Like, I will see food as a way to restore and heal my body, and it's giving me the nutrients I need. I'm not seeing food as an allergy. I'm trying to see food as like honey, like this is made for me, it is meant for me. I'm not meant to live a life of suffering with food. Like, food is here to help me live and love and everything. So just these small changes, just these small thought changes has been really beneficial to me in my life. Eczema is a condition that is very different for everyone, so you know, everyone needs to find their safe haven, and sometimes for people it's creams or medicine. For me, it's just faith and belief and awareness and education. I'm still learning what foods are good for the body, which are bad. I will listen to my body intuitively, but overall, like, I am changing the relationship with like gluten and food, and also just appreciating my body for being the way it is and cheering it on, because if I add any more negative thoughts or energy to like how I feel already, my body is not getting the support it needs to thrive and to be good. So I have a strong belief that my eczema is going to be completely gone. I am going to rewire my brain and my belief system on that. It's basically what I've been going through. Thank you for listening to me talk. If you made it this far and you listened to me talk, I love you. Thank you so much. I just really needed to get this off my chest. And if you're someone who's going through like a spiritual awakening, or you're just in the midst of your journey and you know, like you're in a certain season trying to learn a new lesson and you resonate with me, just know like you're not alone. There are probably thousands of other people who feel that way, and I highly recommend you just share your journey, because I think it's really important that everyone just puts themselves out there, and sharing stories and experiences just help us feel more connected. Just remember that you are worthy of everything you need and want in your life. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!